see this group? These are your best friends, the ones you've known since forever, the ones who swear they got your back. But here's the truth. They have no idea how to run a video production or a photography business. Today, we're going to break down the 3 biggest lies your friends will tell you about your photo or video business. And trust me, it's advice you don't want to follow. Because taking advice from these guys, that's like trusting a dog to explain how to fly a plane. This is FlashFilm Academy, a YouTube channel dedicated to teaching you the business side of content creation. My name is Ty. I'm a former Army combat photographer and the founder of FlashFilm Academy, and I've helped thousands of content creators quit their job to go full-time doing what they love to do. Hit that subscribe button because you're next. But before we start, I got a disclaimer. I got to put this out here. I found a picture of your best friend since like 2nd grade. I'm sure deep down inside, he's a really good guy. Look at him. Does he look like a photography business genius? Do he look like somebody that can help you grow the business? He doesn't. And that's because he's not. So why are we going to treat him and his advice like he has any idea what he's talking about? Your crew is not relatable business people. They'll give you the worst advice of your life and tell you lies they don't even know they're telling. Today, we're looking at 3 pieces of advice your friends have told you. Now, I'm sure we all got that one super online friend that's friends with influencers on Instagram and they know all the trends on TikTok. They like to think they got a handle on what's popping right now. This is that one friend that like to give you advice to tell you to chase trends you have no business chasing. Remember when Instagram was flooded with couples holding hands? He was the dude that chased that trend and called you up and told you you need to chase it too. Got you out here single holding your own hand. Anyway, ignore this guy's advice. Trends are great for individuals. They're great for influencers who can whip out their phone and post in the next few hours. But for businesses, you want the stuff you upload to be flawless. When something trends, it takes time to hit your friend's feed, time to get to you, time to set up, shoot, edit. By the time you post it, the internet's on to the next thing. So here's my advice to you. Just don't. Up next is a term we've heard our people say all the time. I'd buy that from you. Any business owner or startup hears this from all their friends. It sounds encouraging. Kate said it's a good idea. She would totally book an ugly sweater photo shoot for her dog. But here's the hard truth. Kate didn't book. Kate played you, bruh. Kate has a dog. She said she would, but she didn't. Now, I'm not trying to dunk on Kate. She'll have a good reason not to book, but other customers will also have good reasons not to book. It's only a good idea if it overcomes the objections. Kate may actually think it's a good idea. She's not lying, but you don't want to know if your service is a good idea. You're not looking for a trophy. You want to know if people will buy it. Some of the things we're big on teaching over at the Academy is how to find out what crosses the line from a good idea to something people will buy. So if you're not a member, you may want to consider joining over at flashfilmacademy.com. Sure, it's a link below. Now, the last thing you've heard your people tell you is the dreaded, you charge too much. Now, I don't hear this that often from family, but I get this all the time from old friends. Have you gotten on the phone with a guy from middle school who follows you on Facebook? He likes all your posts that you're making about creating content and notices that this is what you're doing for a living. And now all of a sudden he needs a video. But when you give him a price, he say, I can't believe you're charging people for that much. Now, really, you just want to call him broke and hang up on him, but you don't. And this happens for a few reasons. First off, your friends don't see you as the professional. They still remember you as the little brat making faces at church or the guy who wanted to film everything on his iPhone. They're not capable of seeing you the way your clients see you. And that's as an expert who know their stuff. The other reason this may happen has to do with your background. If money was tight when you were growing up, your friends and family can't put themselves in the shoes of someone who has the cash to spare. They can't imagine a business spending $5,000 to make a $20,000 return. Their brains are not tuned to understand what businesses go through. Now, before we wrap up, I want to know what's the worst advice you got from your family or friends. Post them in the comments. Maybe we'll do another video if we get enough. This is also where I send you over to part 2 of this video, which can be found on FlashFilm Academy for my FlashFilm members. Now, for those who've heard you're charging too much, in part 2, we're going to discuss how to determine what to charge with your clients. So keep your friends, hang out with them, have fun, go on road trips, but don't listen to their business advice unless they're in business themselves. As always, be inspired, be creative, be profitable. Come see me over at FlashFilmAcademy.com. Let me lay it out for you. Let me show you how to get the right price, because a lot of you guys are way below what you should be charging. And clients aren't going with you because you're good. They're going with you because you're very cheap. In fact, too cheap. Anyway, I'm giving too much away. I'll see y'all in the inside.
Prior to joining FlashFilm Academy, I was just another freelance videographer struggling to find clients. After joining FlashFilm Academy, within 3 months, I was able to get my first beta client and my first official paycheck to the business. I have to say, if you're looking to get FlashFilm Academy, get it. It is well worth it. If you implement the strategies and the techniques and knowledge that is imparted through the courses, you will see success.